Assalamualaikum. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of our favorite show, Offset. I am Ibbad Ali Shah.
And I am Abdullah Malik.
And not Ali Malik, Abdullah Malik.
Ibbad, just shut up.
I will on that note because if you guys saw the last episode, I think before that I pissed Abdullah off. Last episode, Abdullah pissed me off. But I believe
uncalled for you.
It was uncalled for, but even yours was. No, I wasn't being dramatic.
You were being super.
I wasn't.
Ibbad, please. Let's not get into this
maybe a
again.
little bit.
Yeah, there
maybe
you
a
go.
little bit. You know I like drama. You know I like Bollywood. So much drama. So another podcast on CityFM89. But we have completely and 100% made up, which you probably can tell because both your hosts are matching. Let's go. And this is our own version of fashion.
Yeah.
Because both are wearing the same shirt in different sort of jeans and linen pants. We're pretty cool,
Should we show them our color? I'm wearing like a whitish thing. He's wearing
and I'm wearing
black.
my black linen pants with some nice dress shoes. Looks good,
Oh,
huh?
you're wearing linen pants. That's
Yeah,
very
boy.
cool.
Yeah, boy.
I thought you were wearing jeans.
sorry.
Very fashionista.
Yeah,
Ibbad.
right?
Nice.
I love it.
Nice
so
stuff.
yeah, welcome back to our original zone where we're
Yeah.
not pissed at each other.
Yeah, back to like
and
the
so our
old
fans and
romance.
our audience member can actually
Of
truly
course.
enjoy the chemistry that
And
they
I'm sure
love.
they missed this, you know.
Of course they missed this.
This pure without.
How are you today, Abdul? I felt like a therapist right now.
I'm
How are you
so
doing?
good.
Yeah, so
Ibbad,
good.
how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay,
very
not
well.
so good.
No, I'm very well. Nothing to
Very
complain
well? Are
about,
you
but also nothing to
excited?
celebrate. But I'm okay. I'm good.
Life is to celebrate.
Yeah, I'm
Ibbad.
breathing. I'm breathing.
You woke up this
I
morning.
don't know why this sounds like a wellness
Yeah.
podcast right now, huh? I woke
because
up this
we're
morning.
offset.
Wow.
And you know,
We're zen offset.
no matter how offset you are, you need to be zen. And that is our job to make you
Wow.
feel like you're zen.
Wise words of Mr.
On the count of 3,
Bad Boy ABD.
I'd like you to breathe in. No, I'm joking.
And then you say, Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, so we definitely missed our number one fan in the last
Aisha.
episode. And who you today, by the way, called Sasha.
I didn't
Just
realize
by
that's
the way, there was a whole thing because he was mad at me because I called him Ali and today he called
Just,
Aisha Sasha.
just by the way, I did
Explain yourself.
I just was a host of another show.
I thought
that
you were
was-
going to say something.
Yeah,
Just was a
and
host.
My co-host, her name was Sasha.
Right.
So for me, I'm in a professional setting. I'm
Right.
in a scene, and I
Right.
was like, "Oh, my co-host Sasha," and then I was
Right.
like, "Oh no, this is a different show. I'm not excusing my behavior, but there's a reason behind
There's a
it.
justification.
There is no Ali in this building, so I don't know
There's
where."
Ali Kamran. Come on.
Yeah, he's our IT guy. You didn't do a show with him. Come on.
So welcome
Ali,
back
Just by the way, if
to
you are
Aisha.
watching this, I'm missing you. I
Yeah,
really
Ali
miss
bhai.
seeing you every morning.
Shout out and love
Honestly.
to Ali Bhai.
Lots of love.
Ali Bhai, we miss you.
Yeah.
I think Aisha has some cool stuff for us today.
Yeah,
We
Aisha.
missed you in the last episode, Aisha. And what do you have for us today? We're very excited. Are we ready? Oh no, producer is saying something. Producer has picked up. When the producer starts picking up the mic, you know stuff's getting serious. I was going to use another word.
So the topic for today, aside from our meme review, is things that we all believed in as kids. So we're
Things
gonna
we
give you
believed in as kids.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Happiness. My parents. Acha, sorry.
something along those lines. Sure.
Thank you, may I, sorry, please. These are the magic words you see. I don't know the
I
rest
don't know
of
what
the
that is,
song,
by the way.
Oh,
I was gonna do do.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Things we believed as kids. Things we believed in as kids. Things we believed as kids. Okay. Whatever.
Believed in as
Believed in. अच्छा in missing है कोई बात नहीं बाद में हम डाल लेंगे.
So-
this is offset.
You can read out for the audience what they are as you go through them, and then you can add in any of your own that you used to believe in.
Let's
as
go
kids.
one by one. You do
Kafi
the first
wholesome sa episode.
Wholesome
hai ye.
episode.
Nice. Sir, we've
Yeah.
made up. The universe is aligning.
Wow! What a wellness episode. This
Yeah.
is a wellness special offset episode.
This should be the title. Wellness special.
No, I feel
Yeah.
like nobody will.
I think they would.
I feel like not even Kinza, our number one fan.
How about we call it
Kinza, I
the
miss you.
wholesome episode?
Yeah, wholesome.
wholesome?
episode.
ठीक है, कुछ तो
Yeah.
है, some तो है.
हाँ.
You go for the first one.
The moon follows you when you're in the car.
I did believe that.
Same.
Yeah, right. I would always be like, ये पीछे क्यों आ रहा है यार? ये कुछ मैंने seen
I was just gonna say, I was always like, but why me?
Yeah.
And I was like, what about the other people?
Yeah.
Like, am I special?
And
Like,
then
what's
there's
going on?
another thing that just reminded me, and then you also tell me. I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. This is offset, and we're being honest here. I used to, so Qaid-e-Azam, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah,
Yeah.
right? Our founding
Nation,
father.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Godfather, our founding father, okay. I used to see his picture, obviously, a lot on these things, and I knew that, I'm very young, I'm like, let's say 5, 6 max. Okay, and I was like, okay, this is a very important figure because everybody's like using it, and this is like the main transaction, whatever. I used to think that he's like not the founding father, but like the you know, up in the skies. Yeah.
Bro!
I don't want to say it.
I had this exact conversation with my mom.
When you were
I
young?
think 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. No. And
I'm
I
talking
said.
when I was
no.
5, 6.
And I said, as a kid,
Yeah.
I always, whenever I thought I'm whatever, you know,
Yeah, we can't.
Whatever.
We can't.
it was.
His name is Abdullah. He can't. My name
yeah,
is Ibbad. Both are.
I
yeah.
thought his picture would just come in my head, and
Right?
it still happens.
Yeah.
So I asked my mother, I said, bro, like as a kid, I understood. I said, now it still comes in my head. I know that's not it. I know we can't imagine
Right,
God, you know, all
right,
these things.
right.
But it's just the head that pops up in my
I just want to
face.
make sure it makes sense to you guys, right? Without us totally explaining what we're saying. Okay,
so
cool.
I don't know. It's something because that's weird. This is
I
a
feel like
very hot
as
take.
yeah, right?
No cousin of mine, no one in the world that I've spoken to has understood this.
Yo,
I
offset.
understand.
Jokes
Can I?
aside.
I'd like to interject. I used to think he was my grandfather.
Yeah.
Fair.
See,
Fair.
that's
That's-
fair.
that's
This is
just
like
Dada Boo, Nana Boo. This is like
इज्जत कुछ ज्यादा ही दे दिया,
हाँ.
which he deserves, father
yeah,
of our
of
nation.
course.
But,
But ये नहीं हो सकता. But as a child, I used to think that,
Same.
and that I feel like in some way or the other, it sort
I
of
don't even think it's
wrote
something we
our
thought.
destiny as offset host.
I don't even think it's something we both thought. I
It's
think
just
it's just something
reflex.
that came in our head.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's not like we actually thought he was that person.
Right, like when I would
It's
be
just
like
the
when I would be like
face.
making my duas and asking for like okay a PS2 or
Yeah,
the new
yeah, yeah.
Pepsi Man game.
That's
I don't
the
know.
face.
His face would come in my head.
Yeah,
but then,
that's
but then
same.
very soon I was like, nah, all right,
Yeah.
he's just a potential offset host from the past. Okay, TV characters lived inside the television. TV characters lived inside the
nahi,
television.
TV.
TV.
Right,
Tili is on my mind, by the way. While you're on CityFM89, you can go to Tili and also subscribe to Tili. Sorry.
We're cutting that out.
Okay. Apparently, we're cutting that out. I hope we don't. Okay. TV characters lived inside the television. No. इतना तो मुझे पता था. I wasn't
Yeah.
like Gugu.
we were यार film वाले बंदे, industry वाले
इतना तो
बंदे.
पता था.
इतना
हाँ,
जानते हैं.
ये ज़रूर है. When I was like very young, I thought that maybe the animation or whatever is like people in costumes, and not like
Never
animation.
thought that deeply about it.
Yeah, I was always
I
very
was
deep.
just
I
like,
should
oh, it's
sit this close
animated.
in front of the.
Never thought, why is it animated?
TV.
How is it? I was like, animated.
I just did this close in front of the camera. The camera can't see. I mean, this close in front of the TV. This close means nothing to the camera.
By the way, have you guys watched The Truman Show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, right?
Bro, my entire life, I thought I was on The Truman Show. I can't tell you. I watched it when I was like, what, 6, 7 or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Or 8?
Right.
I was
say
young.
Yeah. You were 8. I was 14.
And I can't, and I can't tell you how much, like everywhere I went. Like, कोई camera तो नहीं छुपा हुआ. वहाँ तो नहीं है.
So-
And this is an actual, I read about it recently, it's an actual psychological term where people believe that they are in like a video show. This
So
is
I
a
love that
crazy
movie.
thing.
Firstly, if you haven't seen that movie,
Crazy movie.
hot take,
Yeah.
go watch The Truman Show. Jim
I
Carrey,
don't
one of
think
his
it's hot
finest
take. I
work.
think it's a nice movie.
Yeah, but Acha said hot take becomes more that controversial sense. But I feel like if we are to discuss this in a very theoretical manner and thoda sa philosophical, there is some offset. There is some relevance to it because life is a show, right? You're always like, okay, you do bad, okay, you do good, reward, you do bad, punishment. It's almost like somebody's watching my life as a TV show, you know. The
Elon
pretty-
Musk
Elon Musk?
theorizes that apparently we're living in a simulation.
There you go. But
Okay,
Elon
but
Musk
if-
to alag hi hai.
But my question is, if we were living in a simulation, could Elon not have, would he not have hacked that simulation by now? That's my question.
And exactly, number one. And secondly, if we were, then why are me and you still hosts on Offset and not at the Met Gala or something like that? You know,
Agreed,
like why
yeah.
isn't it working in our favor?
Yeah.
Who decides that?
You got the expansion pack called Brocade and Offset hosts.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I love being on
I-
Offset.
I
This is
love
my
this,
favorite
yeah.
show.
I
Offset.
live for this.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. But okay, yeah. The
Okay.
TV characters, nah, Aisha, did you believe in it? Oh,
Yeah.
Aisha, I can imagine. Aisha
Yeah.
just turned 13 also, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No.
Okay. Huh? Huh?
Didn't she turn 14?
14. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry,
14 and a
yeah.
half. Yeah, sorry. TV characters.
If you turn the light on in the car while driving, you'd get pulled. I don't, bro. Oof.
Who came up? And by the way, this presentation is really nice. Who like made this? Oh wow, very nice. I like the template.
Aisha
of
made it.
Yeah, very
It's
nice. I
really
thought you got
not
it off
nice. I
like
don't
Google or
like
something.
it.
That I agree with but that was like instilled into our brains.
Bro, it was like, God forbid, जो भी हो जाए.
अंदर की light on
गाड़ी
नहीं
की
करनी.
बत्ती while driving.
जैसे बिजली का बिल आ रहा है.
No, it was literally like, I remember once my father's driving whatever, and I switch on the light. My dad's like, Abdullah, switch it off. I was like, पता नहीं क्या हो गया, कोई हमला होने वाला है, क्या हो जाएगा. And now that I drive, it's a bit annoying, but it's not like to the level where it's like, oh,
it's not like I will make my kid feel like, okay, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
My father used to do the same thing, and I used to be
Yeah.
like, what the, heaven? Like, why?
I can imagine.
You right? And you're right. Like, sometimes when I'm driving, I can't find anything. I'll turn on the light. I'll look for it while driving, whatever, in a very safe manner. My seatbelt is always on. Okay, everything is good.
But your eyes off the road because you're looking for stuff.
No,
while
but it's like
driving.
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
the feel.
Yeah,
feel.
right?
Yeah, I feel you.
But then I leave. I forget to sometimes turn the light back
और
off.
फिर गाड़ी की बैटरी कल सुबह मरी भी
नहीं
होती है,
वो
अच्छा।
उतरने से पहले तो कर देता हूँ, but yeah, I don't know why people used to say
Yeah.
that, but they made us believe in it. So
Next
boo
level, bro.
them,
I
100%.
really thought कि पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा if this happened.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. If you ate too many carrots, you turn orange.
Never.
Nah.
I was told if I ate too many carrots, my eyesight would become perfect.
I was told that if I eat
Clearly
too
hasn't.
much of anything, my remember the episode we did where you're sitting in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I was told the color of that situation
So
would
that
turn
actually,
that color.
guys, this is a very disgusting
that's a different-
segment.
yeah, that's
so
a
please
different thing.
forward the next
No,
15
don't forward.
seconds if you don't want to hear this. But once I ate 6 scoops of Baskin Robbins, you know that blueberry one of theirs.
yeah.
One of my favorite ice creams
Right.
on this planet.
Yeah.
Okay, I ate 6 scoops of that, neon green.
Yeah.
And I was really worried. I was like, neon green, what's going on?
Like if you hadn't flushed, it could have turned into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in Dubai when I
Yeah.
had this. And I remember I was in the hotel and I released this neon green.
Release.
and I called my mom to the bathroom. I was like, I think I was 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
2009. And my mom came in and I was like, I think I have food poisoning. I don't know what's happening. And then she's like, Abdullah, you had 6 scoops of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, it
Yeah,
makes
that
Then
makes
I thought
sense.
it was cool. I looked at it. I was like, whoa, nice. But yeah, okay. Back to reality. Normal segment restarted.
But yeah, no, that happens.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Chocolate milk comes from brown cow. Never.
Never, but there's still apparently there was a research that there's still a certain percentage of people in the world who think chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
I think, I don't know. I always made my own chocolate milk with that Nesquik chocolate thing. So I think for me, I always saw that I'm making it into chocolate. It was just normal milk.
It was a
before.
powder or whatever.
Yeah.
So you were a smart kid.
So I was a
Apart
genius.
from the Hulk
Yeah.
situation that you
Yeah,
just mentioned
that's okay.
before this, this is not us. We're offset. Nah,
We're
we don't think that.
geniuses.
Me? Acha.
Yeah.
If you dug deep enough, you'd reach China. Your
What?
toys moved and had lives when you weren't around. Okay.
So these are two very different
Yeah,
points.
I don't know why they're together.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
no.
because Aisha thought she wanted to save paper in terms of a virtual
No,
paper.
I think she thought because all toys are made in
In
China.
China, so there was
that's
some
why.
link to that.
Yeah.
First one, no, never. I thought if I do
Same.
that, I'd probably reach the sea view.
I thought
the pani, not
No.
nothing about China.
I thought if
I'm
I-
digging नीचे से कहाँ मैं China घुसाऊँ?
I thought if I dug deep, I would reach gravity. I thought gravity's inside.
You thought Christopher Nolan is sitting there waiting for you.
Oh, yeah,
with the-
he's so cool.
with the
And then like
Interstellar-
foreign, he's like,
Wow.
welcome.
with the Interstellar
Tuck, tuck,
background
tuck. Oh,
music.
Too
No,
good.
the China wala nahi.
No.
And I
But
love
your
China,
toys
by the
moved
way.
and had lives when you weren't around?
Yes,
100%.
110%.
Especially
I
after
thought Toy
Toy
Story was
Story.
made on my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. And the best part is I had a lot of the Toy Story characters.
Yeah.
So I used to
Which was, by the way, hot take. Woody or Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz.
Yeah.
Like
Buzz
I enjoyed Woody, but I
Yeah.
felt like Buzz Lightyear is like,
Yeah,
more
he's
like,
that.
let's go. No.
Yeah, and he's your
off.
type, like a
Very
bodyguard
my type. Very
fetish.
much.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
don't call it a fetish. It is an aspiring goal of mine, Ibbad. Please respect my dreams.
I think the episode title should be bodyguard fetish, not wholesome. Okay, but yeah, we believe that.
I love the jump from wholesome to bodyguard fetish.
I love
Like,
it.
What
I
is
think that
offset?
it should be from wholesome to bodyguard fetish.
But can I just say something? I don't think it's very unbelievable for our toys to move. Like maybe there is certain life in them.
I don't think so.
That's
I
true.
mean,
They're
they made
made in a factory. Yeah, sorry. Continue. I was scared of swallowing any kind of seeds.
Hell
thinking a
yes.
tree will grow in my tummy. 100%.
Hell yes.
As a kid, my mom said, Abdullah, the tree, like when I used to bite my nails initially, she's like, do you want a tree of nails growing in your house? I said, no, mom, I don't know, please. No. And then I just stopped. Yeah. Couldn't.
Yeah, I used to think
yeah.
that with apples, with oranges. And
Who eats the seeds of apples,
I
Ibbad?
do. I don't leave anything behind with the apple.
Even the little stem on top?
नहीं stem में छोड़ देता हूँ, वो तो फंस
Oh,
जाएगा.
wow, thank you.
वो तो
Thank
फंस
you.
जाएगा.
You
But
can swallow
seeds,
it.
but seeds I used to, and I used to think that okay, हो जाएगा. But
Wait,
again,
you also eat the core of the apple?
yeah. I love apples.
That's
From
weird.
wholesome to bodyguard
Guys,
fetish
can we
to
please cut
apples.
this episode? I want to walk off again. I'm sitting with a man who eats the core of an apple. That's
Yeah.
not normal.
Yeah, apples.
Well, good for you for not wasting.
Yeah.
Breathe Pakistan. A Dawn Media Initiative. Let's weather the change
together.
together.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
done.
Public service announcement. Chewing gum stays in your stomach for 7 years. 7 years, nahi, but I always thought yes it does, and then it'll come out in your Hulk manner.
I was a bit of a pattu, and I knew that if I ever swallowed chewing gum and it got stuck, I'd die. So I never swallowed chewing gum in my life, ever.
But
To
I
this
was
day.
I don't know why it reminded me of this story, very quick story. We were watching a theater play. We were gone as students with our school. Shout out to the best school. Can I name my school? Yes, I can name it. Yes, I love my school. CAS. Shout out to the best school ever. We were watching a theater play. Young again. I don't know what age. I was in like grade 10 or something. And there was a kid in front of us who used to bug us a lot, like in school or whatever. And he was sort of a bully, but he never used to get away with it with us, but he was still a bully to everybody. Achha, I was chewing a gum. So my teacher came and said, Ibbad, theater show, respect, just throw your gum, this and whatever. She gave me a tissue, whatever. My friends on my right and left said, just for fun, throw it on him.
I'm starting to think maybe you were the bully.
That's a good perspective
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
But I could be called a bully, but I was more like taking revenge. So I
You were
was
the
first one.
underdog taking.
Yeah. So
fair enough,
sure, if you
brother.
want to call me a bully,
No,
sure,
no,
but
no,
that's
no.
not what 99.9% of the school said.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go and name the guy and shame him.
No,
as
no,
well.
I can't. I hope he's watching the episode. I hope he's happy. I hope there's no gum stuck in his hair. But that was, so imagine, sorry, I went to the main point before telling the story. When I full precision, I went, like from my mouth only. I didn't take it out and then throw it. I went, toop. Full like a slow-mo movie. There's a theater show going on, pin drop silence. That gum went tuck, on his like right hair. Actually, now he didn't realize because the gum like barely weighs anything.
Yeah.
He didn't realize. After a while, he was doing something to his hair and realized, man, in front of me after the theater show, my teacher had to cut his hair because every time they would take out some
God.
pieces of it, some would get stuck. So I felt really horrible. But this gum, I don't know why, it reminded me of that.
You
and
know
I
when you
was-
said top, you know
Tup,
what came in my
tup,
head?
tuppy,
You
tup,
s-
tup.
Yeah, the second you did, and I went like top, and I was like top, tuppy, top.
Ramadan special. I feel like we've incorporated a lot of themes in this episode.
Honestly.
I love it. The title should be very
It's
long
called
for this
diversity.
episode. I love it.
It could be called
Offset.
diversity offset.
Offset. Okay.
Jumping over someone reduces. Yes, this is so
Jumping
true.
over someone reduces.
Everyone jumped over me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
मैं फंस गया. I was supposed to be 7 foot though. I'm my lovely
This
height
I didn't
because
believe it.
people no, I've never even heard of this.
Right? Acha. Yeah.
What if someone jumped over you? You reduce their height. Should we try right now? Ibbad, sit down.
At the age of whatever the age is.
You'll still get height reduced.
Growing up, if you walked over someone. Growing up, if you walked over someone.
someone,
What would happen?
people would ask to walk back. So,
Because the height would
or
apparently
else,
get reduced.
their height would be stuck.
It's like that
at where
thing now,
the-
the
where it
black
was.
cat thing. I don't know if that's in this or not in the presentation.
Wait, so if you walk over someone, their height gets
Apparently, that's what
reduces.
she's saying. Yeah.
But if I walk over them, will I gain it?
No. Nahi.
Or otherwise I
Barter
get all of you to sit down and just walk on top of all
and
of
go
you.
into NBA.
Yeah.
But this reminds me of that thing. Again, like, whether it's true or not, whatever, what people believe in. Cats, black cats. That if a black cat, I don't know if it's in this or not, but if a black cat crosses your rasta, you're apparently going to
know-
have a really bad day or whatever.
What about
It's like a superstition.
Yeah,
if it
but a lot of
crosses-
people
Like
go like,
step on a crack, break your mother's back.
step on a crack, break your
Yeah.
mother's back. I've never heard this before. This
Find
sounds
a
really...
penny, find a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck.
That wasn't rhyming
Eh?
though.
Yeah.
चोरी करो तो good luck.
Ah.
No,
ये क्या
find a
तरीका है
penny,
भाई?
no,
और
find a
क्रैक पे
penny,
पाँव
pick
रखा
it
मेरी
up.
अम्मी की कमर टूट गई
Yeah.
अल्लाह
Yeah,
माफ
एक
करे, ये
second.
कैसे हो गया
Or
है?
if you walk under a ladder, that's like bad luck.
What's the saying though? Walk under a ladder.
I don't know.
Acha. I thought you were rhyming everything.
Okay, now my question is, I forgot.
No, my
I'm
thing
saying
was the
something.
cat thing. I used to believe.
Yes.
Sometimes the cat
Yeah.
would cross me and I'd be like,
So I tell you, yeah. Are you superstitious?
I used to be.
I'm not superstitious at
Because
all.
our life changed me.
Acha, kyun? Okay, I'm not superstitious, but for some reason, when a black cat passes in front of me, I'm like,
You freak out, no?
oh no. But I'll tell you why, which makes no sense, because it's not like
It's a cat.
it's a cat.
But
It's a
it's
black
black.
cat.
Yeah.
And like if a black dog crosses, you're like, oh, come here, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know why, but it's just
It's like if
something
a
that stuck
brown
with me.
cow crossed you, wouldn't be like, oh, chocolate milk.
I would. They come here. Okay, please, next one. This episode,
On that note, the next one.
this episode is on crack.
Undertaker
Oh,
can't
fully
die.
believed it.
110%.
Of course.
He still can't.
Bro,
he has died 3 or 4 times.
He's dead and he's back.
Yeah. It's his signature move.
Yeah.
It's his he's beyond
Especially
Qaid
when it
Azam at this point. Huh?
You know?
Yeah, he's beyond
Yeah.
Qaid Azam at this point.
What? Where did I
Matlab,
know?
it's in terms of what how we used to think.
भाई I am getting off this episode. मुझे कोई केस नहीं चाहिए अपने ऊपर. इबादत अली शाह.
Well, let's go.
No, I really believe this, and I genuinely believe Kane was his brother.
Kane is his brother. What do you mean
He's not
genuinely?
his real brother.
Kane is his real brother.
No, he's not.
Kane is his real brother.
Producer, can you do some research?
Kane is his real brother.
Are you mad?
As in brother, comma brother to you. But
No,
Kane
there's
is his
no-
real brother.
Are you mad?
I think so.
No,
But one
he's
thing I want to
not.
say here though, Aisha's slide.
Yeah.
She's given
This
us
is
an
the
Undertaker
only slide with a
that had-
picture,
with a
and this
picture.
has the.
My kind of books, by the way. But I like pictures with books. But can you
You
please
mean
show
books
this
with
slide?
pictures? Pictures with books?
Pictures with books. Books with pictures.
Books with pictures. You don't like
Pictures with books. Books with pictures,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But pictures with books makes sense. no?
Yeah, I would also like a book with every picture I take.
But please show this slide to our audience when you when we put this up.
Producer,
Okay.
ma'am, have you
What's
found
next?
out if there were siblings?
Yeah, while the producer is doing her thorough
Yeah.
research. What's next?
Let's go next.
This is the last one? Okay,
Oh, no.
nice. But yeah,
Okay, but then we need to wait.
oh, this is the last one. Sorry, we have another one. You go for it.
Everything will be all right when you grow up.
Aww.
I believe that,
Bull.
and none of it is true.
Mm.
Yeah,
Nah.
none of that is true.
Nah, that's
You
not
know, when
true.
I was like 16, I thought, okay, and I'm talking about 16. I'm like mentally like a normal, like a 16-year-old, and I was like, by 18, I'll have like 7-8 crore, and then I was like,
Aram se.
inshallah,
Which
inshallah,
is of
private
no
jet
value.
bhi hogi.
Yeah,
You know, I'll have a few land cruisers. I thought I had 3 kids by 18. I don't know what 18. It was 2 years away.
yeah.
I don't know why I thought 18 would be this next thing, and now I'm 25, sitting cross-legged on offset, discussing my life.
Starting
And
the
I-
episode by saying Assalamu alaikum.
And I don't know where my
So
18-year-old
that
life went
I
from.
feel you totally with you. Nice and sweet message, very offset message of the day that
Yeah.
everything will be alright. But I think that's a human nature situation that when we grow up we were like, oh, bachpana was better. When we were growing up it was like, oh, I can't wait to be
But
an
I will
adult.
say something. I think as a kid you think everything will be all right as an adult, and I think it actually does become everything all right in the
Because you're in
sense that
control of your own problems.
more than that you also realize life's not that deep. Like supposing
And
you get
that is deep itself.
supposing you get
saying life
fired
is
from
not
a
that
job,
deep.
right?
Right.
As a kid, you think, oh my God, kal test hai, kya pada nahi, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right now, as an adult, you get fired from a job, you're like, okay, fine, I need to work hard. Next 5 months, I'll find a job. Like, what's the worst that'll happen, right? Be on the road, okay, fine, I'll go to Salani, eat some food. Like, life's not that deep, right? Something will always work out. No, God forbid.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
I
to
get what
say
you're
is
saying.
you realize that nothing is really the end
Yeah.
of the world.
Until it is the end of the world. Like for instance,
One
with
day.
your health related, unless
Yeah.
Allah maaf
Of
kare, you
course.
get
Health
sick
is something completely different.
As
I'm
long as
talking
your
about-
health is good, everything
I'm talking
can
about
be
as a
done.
kid, you thought like, oh no, it's test
You
week
think
and I
everything is
couldn't
possible?
study. Everything is plausible. I don't know
Good
about
one.
possible.
You're being very deep today. I like it. It's a shirt.
Yeah.
Because if you would have said yes, I think everything is possible, I would have quoted 3 Idiots and put out toothpaste on your hand and said, "Isko wapas dalo from the toothpaste tube."
वो कर लूँगा.
नहीं क्या खोल के काट के.
No, I take it in my mouth, vacuum seal it,
Uh-huh.
and then I put all the toothpaste.
And then
in
you
my
know what
mouth,
will happen
and
after
then I
that? And then you know what will happen after that?
I'll tell you to brush your teeth with that toothpaste.
What will actually happen is your Hulk story
Oh,
is gonna turn into like
it'll be nice, minty fresh.
what's that? Frozen's. Do you want
Would
to
you
build
like
a
to build a
snowman?
snowman? Oh,
No,
yeah.
what's the name of the snowman?
Elsa.
नहीं so वो तो
Oslo.
Olaf.
Oslo.
Olaf. Yeah.
Oslo.
Oslo. कौन है भाई? Okay. Do we have any memes for today?
So,
Kane and Undertaker. Is it true?
in professional wrestling, Kane is indeed portrayed as the half brother of the Undertaker. This relationship is part of their storyline and is not a real life familial connection. They are
नहीं,
not
नहीं.
related.
Next, you'll believe Randy Orton also has voices in his head. They sing to me. John Cena भी अभी तक आज तक तुमने नहीं
नहीं,
देखा.
John Cena तो मैंने नहीं
Of
देखा. I don't even know
course,
what he
हाँ.
looks like.
Sheamus was also.
But that's a
पता नहीं.
job really well done, by the way, from their end on the narrative that I still
Bro,
till this
and
day
the best
believe
was
that
when
they were
had
actual
that
brothers.
Paul guy as well, who used to carry around that urn of their father. Remember?
My kind of guy.
And then they also had this one match, remember, where it was like, it wasn't, oh, who pins, who whatever. It was in the grave. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was, Barry.
Wow,
Oof.
Aisha, good. Nice.
This was crazy.
And you should do that with your brother? Wow, I love that. Wow,
Is he
she
sure?
is the real bully actually. Inki taraf camera kare. Acha, okay, we have memes today? We have no memes today. Today was just this segment. But can I say something? Shout
Yeah.
out to our producer and Aisha, our number worst fan, number one fan,
No.
number one fan. I actually like this segment.
And shout out to Kinza.
And shout out to Kinza. Kinza, we love you. I think shout out to these guys especially because I like this segment.
The slides
Sort
were
of-
nice, and I think the segment was a nice
Yeah,
change.
So a nice change. I liked it. Shout
Yeah.
out to Aisha on this.
Aisha,
and
well
our
done.
producer.
Well
All
done.
right. On that note,
Today we'll give you a raise. You get to eat lunch, okay? You get 10 minutes. Go have a break.
you get to take a break.
Yeah.
Any goodbye message for our audience members?
Yeah. Don't eat 6 scoops of Baskin Robbins
Unless
you want neon green.
teed.
Beep. Yeah.
There we go. But I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this episode because, as always, like always, we loved our own episode.
Of course we did.
Of course we did, and we always do. I hope you guys liked our matching situation because in the first episode or second episode, we did mention that we'll be doing some looks. This is
Yeah.
officially our first look.
Oh,
Maybe in
nice
the last
one.
episode, just maybe we can do some get up and something cool, our own Met Gala that we promised our audience
Sounds
members
good.
that we'll do that. So maybe
That
for the
sounds
last
good.
finale,
Yeah.
and then of course, main thing is that in the last episode, if people comment saying season 2, then we'll convince the producer to give us a season 2. Otherwise,
Sounds
this
good.
will be a one season wonder. Let's
Please comment and save us.
please हमारे पैसे नहीं मिलते हमें हाँ but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, stay tuned to City FM89. Hope you liked it, and I think this is Abdullah's job. He always loves doing this, so I'll throw it back to Abdullah. But I am Ibbad Ali Shah.
And I am Abdullah Malik. I don't love doing this. It's just my name. Don't
No,
forget.
subscribe.
I don't.
Really?
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
And stay tuned to
And stay tuned to City,
City
FM
FM89. This is Offset.